Welcome to Everyday Engineer. Today, we're going to clean my bathroom. There are a lot of cleaning products on the market. In 2020, the global household cleaning market brought in over $220 billion, a big growth from past years thanks to COVID. So let's take a trip down a cleaning aisle in any store, and we can easily get lost with all the big claims, fancy colors, and mascots. No. Anyway, let's just focus on bathroom cleaning for today, where we're going to focus on three principles. First, you could use heat. That would be something like a steam cleaner, which isn't going to be a great application for us. Second, you could use pH. High or low would both work. There's some products that use a very high pH like lye, which are used for more extreme cleanings like your oven, and they're really good at cutting through thick, greasy messes, but are caustic and can be hazardous to your health if you're not careful. These aren't commonly used to clean bathrooms, which brings us to acids. Now, most of the cleaning products that advertise safe to use or not harmful to the environment use a mildly acidic solution to do most of their cleaning. If you check the ingredients on the bottle, you'll see something like citric acid, which is cheap and generally considered safe. Most organic cells require a certain pH to function and survive. I mean, consider that your blood needs to stay within a few tenths of a pH level for you to keep living. This is why complex biological organisms have developed multiple ways to carefully monitor and adjust our body's pH level. When you introduce living organisms like mold or bacteria to an overly acidic environment, they begin to break down. This is similar to what happens in your stomach, where gastric acids help break down food as part of your digestion. This is also why there are so many hacks that use vinegar or lemon juice to clean various things around your house. These mild acids are very safe because they're also present in our food. So if you're really concerned with the effects of cleaners on your health or their environmental impact, acidic cleaners is probably what you're looking for. Last, when you need to disinfect something, think like toilets, we turn to bleach. Now, the most common bleach we use is chlorine bleach, but a bleach is more generally used to describe oxidizing agents that disinfect and remove stains. There are different types of bleach. We use calcium hypochlorite, plus a lot of different other variations to sanitize pools, but there are also bromine-based chlorines that some people use in their pools and spas that don't have as strong of an odor as chlorine-based bleach. In fact, I use bromine tabs to help keep my toilets clean. Household bleach is typically sodium hypochlorite. So what's with all the chlorine? Well, chlorine is a powerful oxidizer and is dreaded in certain industries like mine, where we manufacture microelectronics. Everyone in the industry knows that if you get chlorine contamination, it's just a short matter of time until all your metal is corroded and your product is destroyed. But chlorine isn't inherently dangerous, like, say, uranium. I mean, you may know that sodium chloride is something we consume daily. In this form, chlorine has been satisfied by the sodium, making a special type of salt called a halide. That doesn't mean it's completely neutral, though. I mean, you may know that a saltwater solution is much more corrosive than tap or distilled water. However, that corrosion will occur much slower than if you were to use chlorine. So how does chlorine do all this? Well, in chemistry, there's a set of reactions called reduction oxidation, or redox for short. Simply put, redox reactions transfer electrons from one chemical to another. The halogens have a very high enthalpy because they are one electron away from the most stable electron configuration. This configuration is what makes the noble gases so non-reactive. Because of their high enthalpy, they like to take electrons from anyone that's even a little willing to give one up. Now, what does this mean for stains, bacteria, and 90s hairstyles? By stripping away an electron, the bleach is able to break the bonds that give stains and dyes their color. After breaking these bonds, their chemical makeup is changed so that they no longer reflect light at the same wavelength, making them appear white. In the case of bacteria, fungi, and viruses, the bleach literally breaks them apart as it restructures their chemical bonds, rendering them neutralized. There are other household bleaches that are more gentle on colors.
Hi, Billy Mays here for OxyClean, the stain specialist.
These all have their own pros and cons. However, in the case of all these bleaches, a redox reaction is still taking place. If you've got something that needs to be disinfected from potentially harmful bacteria or particularly stubborn molds, bleach is going to be your friend. Just make sure you follow the proper diluting instructions on the bottle and wear protective gear to ensure safe use. Another important note, don't be mixing cleaning chemicals together thinking you can create the ultimate all-in-one cleaning solution. You could inadvertently cause a reaction that releases toxic fumes such as chlorine gas. There's one other application of acids that I want to cover here. If you have hard water where you live, vinegar is going to be your best friend. Hard water just describes water that has a high dissolved mineral count. When your water evaporates off the surface, the minerals are left behind, sometimes called scale. Over time, these build up and can clog your faucets and make your glass hazy. Remember those redox reactions? Well, acids and bases play a strong role there as well. The salts left behind from hard water stains, let's say calcium carbonate for instance, can be broken down when introduced to an acid. The acid rearranges the bonds of the calcium carbonate, giving off carbon dioxide and leaving us with water and calcium chloride, which readily dissociates in water. In simpler terms, acids can dissolve and soften scale buildup so they're easier to remove. Now that we've cleaned all our surfaces, there's one more place to go, a place that I dread most.
The drain.
To keep my drains performing well, I like to use these special drains that have built-in catchers to prevent clogs. Then I use some type of cleaner and scrub out the drain opening. Last, I'll use a drain enzyme that helps digest all the organic matter that is now living in my drain. Just follow the directions on the case, and that's all you need to do to prevent any nasty issues in the future. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this interesting and useful. If you're interested in learning more about chemistry, I've linked a channel that I enjoy below. As always, I try to give you enough information to be useful in your everyday life while not getting too lost in the weeds. My hope is that some people will find this information interesting enough to want to pursue further learning in the topics covered in my videos. Your feedback and interaction is most welcome in the comments section below. See you next time. Bye.